Welcome to Naveen Automation Labs, guys. Please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon to get some interesting videos on Selenium and automation. Hello, guys. Welcome again. So, guys, this is the next season. I would say that from this season onward, from this session onwards, most of the time I'll be discussing with the web services. What do you mean by APIs and RESTful APIs or SOAP-based APIs? Mostly, we will cover REST APIs because SOAP-based API totally almost gone from the market, and I'm pretty much sure that okay, after these couple of sessions, you will be able to understand properly that what do you mean by REST API and how to automate it. Okay, how to what are the different tools and technologies we have to use, what are the different clients we have to use, and how to do manual testing also for API level testing point of view. Okay, so I'll give you some very basic, we will move step by step. I'll give you some basic information about that. What exactly API? Okay, so let's start. And so, a couple of things we will cover in this particular session. That today, I mean, in this particular session, I'm not going to start directly with the coding because coding anyone can do that. First, you have to understand what is API. What do you mean by web service? Okay, there is a difference between API and web service, guys. Most of the people, they are not aware about it, and these are the basic interview questions they will ask you at a time of interview. Okay, either you are 2 years experienced guy or 4 or 5 years experienced guy, or maybe some at senior level like 7, 8 or 10 years experienced guy. Somewhere people are not aware about it. That is what I have observed. Okay, so you should know what is API and what is a web service. Okay, what are the different types of APIs are available. Okay, and during the development discussions also, that now you can also put your inputs, your points, that okay, because you understand the technology now, you understand what is the architecture and all those stuff. So guys, these things are really important to know. Okay, backend is always important. Okay, so quickly let me draw a diagram for you guys so that you will understand properly. So first of all, guys, you have to understand what is API. Okay, quickly, what is API? See, API means very simple method. Let's say I create one method. Let's see, this is my sum method, and this sum method is having two integer parameter, int a comma int b. Okay, and this method is doing what? This method is returning a plus b. Okay, guys, this method is returning what? This method is returning simple a plus b. A very simple sum method I have written, which is returning a plus b. Okay, fine. And this particular method is available somewhere in this particular class. Okay, so this is my class. Okay, so let's see what is my class name. Let's see, my class name is calculator class. Okay, this is my calculator class, and in this particular class, number of methods are available. Let's see, some method is available. Okay, multiplication method, division, subtraction, number of methods, different mathematical operation we are doing in calculator class. Okay, so similarly, let's see, I have some other method in calculator class. Okay, let's see, this is a subtraction, this is for multiplication, this is for addition, or some basic calculation stuff I'm doing, and this is completely a calculator class. Okay, this is a calculator class. Okay, guys, now we have to understand these are the number of methods I have created in this particular class. And maybe there are some other classes, though some helper classes are available. Okay, some helper classes are available like this. Just a minute. Okay, these are some helper classes are available. Okay, what I have done, I have combined all these classes together, classes and number of interfaces, let's see, I have created, combined together. Okay, and I have created a jar file for you guys, so that I'll give you calculator.jar file to you guys, right? Calculator.jar file I have created, and I'll publish this calculator.jar file to you guys. Just like we got Selenium WebDriver jar files. Okay, so Selenium WebDriver.jar files are available in the form of APIs. Okay, these are the APIs. So what do you mean by API? API means, the full form of API, guys, application programming interface. Okay, API means, always remember, guys, application programming interface. See, it might be a very basic thing for you guys initially because most of the people, they are aware about it, what is the full form, but you should know these concepts very well. So application programming interface is available, API is available. Now to test this particular API, we have to write some code, right? Let's see some test cases we have to write. If we are using TestNG or JUnit or whatever, we will pass different data A and B. Let's see, I'm passing different data for A and B, like let's see, A is equal to 10 and the second B equal to 20. I am passing A is equal to, let's see, 30 and B is equal to minus 10. I am passing A is equal to, let's see, 0 and B is equal to 0. And I'm passing, let's see, A is equal to minus 1 and B is equal to, let's see, minus 2. Different set of data I'm passing like that. Okay, one more set I'm passing, let's see, 1.2 and let's see, B is equal to 2.3, something like that. Okay, so all these inputs I'm passing, okay, from my, let's see, from my TestNG class, I'm calling this particular method. So how exactly this method, okay, is getting called? So we are calling from this TestNG class to, okay, to this level. So we are accessing this API method. Okay, so we have given this API, this calculator jar file is called API. We have given one interface, we have given one platform, okay, so that we can call what exactly we will do. Let's see, one calculator class is there. We will create the object of calculator class and then we will call this some method. Okay, because this calculator jar file is created by some ABC company. Okay, and they have given us that, okay, you can use this utility, okay, calculator.jar file. So you can use this utility and then you can access our methods. But in ABC company, there is a testing team who are doing this API level testing. Okay, let's see, they have given one interface, some UI portal they have given, okay, to test this particular application, that calculator application, where they have given two text field and one button. You enter 2 and 3, you are getting 5. The output is getting, okay, your output is you are getting 5. So they have given this UI interface. So this UI interface, which will be tested by Selenium tool, right guys? Which will be tested by some UI tool, some Selenium or QTP or UFT tool, because for UI application we need Selenium. But for these methods, okay, some method, division method, multiplication method, or some different methods we have written inside this calculator class, which are provided by this calculator jar file. These methods should be handled by backend testing. Okay, these methods should be tested by backend testing. So we need backend expertise. Okay, so we need this type of testing is called, guys, API or backend. Okay, API or backend testing. Okay, so API and backend testing will be done at this level, and this Selenium and QTP, these are dedicated for front end testing. Okay, these are for front end testing. Okay, so whatever front end we have seen so far, that we have Selenium, we will enter send keys and click on button, we will see. But let's see, some applications are there in the market or in your company, they don't have any UI, they don't have any portal or any web application. Okay, what exactly they have done, that calculator.jar file, they will give it to you. Let's see, selenium.jar file we have given to, they have given to us. They don't have any UI, right? They don't have any UI. They have the complete backend process over there. So in Selenium company, let's say in ThoughtWorks, they are doing some backend testing, that their method, that send keys method they have created, or find element method they have created, okay, these methods are absolutely working fine or not. Through the backend they are testing, they're calling their APIs again and again, okay, with a different set of data or with the different techniques. Okay, so that is a basic difference between, guys, front end testing and the back end testing. Now this is called API. First of all, this is called API, some method, any method. Let's see, in now if you see, if you take any live project example, any real time project example, I have order management team is there, they have given some APIs to us, so we will call their APIs. Okay, we will call their API so that we can use their method. First of all, I have this system. Now another concept you have to understand, I have this system, I'm sitting over here and this is a calculator. Okay, this dot jar file, I have two, these are the two platforms are available. Okay, so this platform has to interact with this particular platform. Okay, it will send some request to this guy, this platform, right? And then this platform will give some output to this platform like this, right? So this communication is happening. Okay, this communication is happening between system 1 and system 2. So let's see, I'll write this is my system 1 S1, right? And this is my system 2 S2. So these two systems are interacting with each other by using what? So these systems, the communication is happening through some files, okay, some formats like JSON format or XML formats. Okay, so let's see. That's why we call that this particular API is accepting JSON format or XML format. Now, what is the purpose of JSON and XML? Now, let's see, this system is available in written in Java J2E S1. Okay, this S2 system is written in, let's say, in .NET or Python. So both the technologies are totally different, and there is a security concern that okay, no, S2 system says that okay, how can you access my code? No, you are not allowed to access my code. So we will give our APIs to you. You just call our APIs, okay, and then have fun. That's it. So what exactly S1 guy will say that okay, fine, we will call your API, give me your APIs, and we will call your API. So they say that okay, I won't show you my business logic. What is my business logic is written inside the sub method. I won't show you, but we will give you one API. Let's see, first API we have given that we have given this sum API. Okay, and let's see, this is a sum method is a get call. Let's see, I'm just giving you an example. Just call our sum API. Okay, and let's see for for division also, just call this API. Okay, like this. So we will give you the API name, that's it, and API format. Okay, the API URL and format, and to access our system we will give you some authentication that otherwise anyone can access my system. Okay, only the client should be able to access my system. So S1 says that okay, fine, we have given you the money because you are giving very good APIs to us. So calculator.jar file, this company ABC company, they will create one authentication so that S1 can access S2. Okay, so that S1 can access S2 system. Okay, so both are independent to each other, guys. Now let's see S2, this ABC company. Okay, guys, this ABC company is over here and they are doing very good in the market. And what exactly they will do, they will sell their product to the different clients in the market. Let's see, this is walmart.com. Okay, this is, let's see, JP Morgan. This is, let's see, Amazon. They have sell this particular product to these guys. Now we have to call this API. Okay, so amazon.com will, okay, what exactly they will do, amazon.com, they will call this API to this guy. They will call these APIs, right? So this is a common API, calculator.jar file, which is provided by ABC company. Okay, so everybody having one authentication key. Okay, so this is the concept of, guys, authentication. That authentication key or some token key. We sometimes say that okay, what is a token? Give me the token, and this is very unique. Always remember, it is very unique always. It depends what exactly kind of customer you have. It depends on the customer. For one customer, we have only one unique key, one authentication key. So for authentication key is related to Amazon, cannot be accessed by eBay or JP Morgan or some other company, right? So Amazon guy, they will call calculator.jar file. Okay, they will pass the authentication key, right? And they will pass one XML or JSON file. So now who will decide that okay, this is JSON based API or XML based API? ABC company, they will decide that okay, how exactly they want to communicate. Okay, how exactly they want to communicate. So let's see, most of the time it will be JSON call. Okay, so JSON, okay, so most of the time they will send one JSON file with these two parameters, a equal to 10 and b equal to 20, like this. So they will send one, okay, request JSON, and we call request JSON means request JSON payload they will send. Okay, and what exactly they will get? They will get one response. Okay, so they will get one response again in the form of response JSON payload. Okay, let's see response they are getting. Okay, so whenever I have to interact between two systems, S1 and S2, so the communication is happening between these two systems by using either JSON file or XML file. Why JSON or XML? XML file, JSON and XML, these, what do you mean by JSON and XML? See, these are the data collector. Okay, any particular information, okay, you can store in these format, either in JSON format or XML format. These are very lightweight, and these are the standard languages, these are the standard formats to communicate, okay, between two different interfaces, two different platforms or two different systems. Whenever I have to interact with any other third party or any other company, let's see, I'm sitting here, I have my own company, okay, Naveen AutomationLabs, and then they have their own company. I want to call their APIs, so I'll send one JSON file to them, and they will provide some information to us. Okay, so guys, this is called API. Selenium works on the same concept. Selenium sends the information to the browser, okay, in the form of API, so that Selenium can interact with Google Chrome, which is provided by Google. So Google says that, okay, if you want to interact with my browser on Google Chrome, then you have to send one request payload. The request payload in the form of JSON. Remember, I covered the WebDriver architecture. The same thing is happening there also. So I'm sending one request that please click on this particular button. So click API I'm calling. So click will happen over there. So I'm passing as a payload that, okay, this is my XML path, this is my HTML path, this is my ID or XPath or whatever, and please perform this action. Okay, so API means, always remember, API is always used when two systems are interacting with each other. Okay, when two systems are interacting with each other, in that case, we have to use APIs. And these two systems, S1 and S2, are totally independent. Totally independent. Technologies wise and the business wise, might be they are totally independent. They are totally different. There is no link between S1 and S2, but they just want to use some extra features which is provided by some company or some external system. In that case, we have to communicate through APIs. And the API medium is JSON file or XML file. Okay, guys, I'll give you one very important now. This is called API. Now let's talk about what is web service. Okay, so what is web service? Okay, now let's see. We have this makemytrip.com or maybe goibibo.com or makemytrip.com. These are the famous flight booking sites are available. Makemytrip.com. Okay, so this is my, let's see, makemytrip.com, and this is the, so these are different vendors are available in the market, like makemytrip.com, goibibo.com, cleartrip.com, yatra.com, and we have different flight companies are available in the market. Let's see, goibibo, oh sorry, let's see, Indigo, let's see, we have spicejet.com, let's see, we have Emirates, we have Etihad, or some other sites like AirAsia or Air India, right? These are the flight companies, and number of flight companies are available in the market. And here I'm sitting over here. He is a customer. Okay, the customer Naveen is over here. Okay, so this guy is the customer. So customer says that, okay, fine, I want to book a flight. Okay, so instead of going to indigo.com, let's see, this is quickly I'll write Indigo. Okay, this is, let's see, SpiceJet. Okay, let's see, this is AirAsia. One more we will write, let's see, this is Emirates. Okay, for international bookings. So this guy says that, okay, I'll go one by one. Let's say I want to travel from Bangalore to Delhi. Okay, I want to travel from Bangalore to Delhi on this particular date. So what exactly I'll do? So I'll go to Indigo, Bangalore to Delhi. Let's see, price is around 5,000. SpiceJet price is around 6,000. For AirAsia, price is around, let's see, 5,500, and with the different timings. So if they have 100 flight informations are available, 100 flight airline companies are available in the market, so I have 100 options and I have to open 100 different sites, the respective sites are indigo.com, spicejet.com, AirAsia, Emirates, and that's a very painful task for me, and then I have to compare all these things all together. So that's why these vendors are available in the market. Makemytrip.com says that, okay, fine, you come to my site. Okay, so I'll go to makemytrip.com. Fine. And I'll provide my information. I'll fill a form over there. What kind of form? That let's see, the form is available in the form of XML file or JSON file, or maybe on the UI, I'll Okay, on the first page, what exactly we write? We write from and to, and the destinations and the date and everything. We write a couple of information that let's see, these information we are writing in the form of JSON. So let's see, this is a JSON format. I'm putting one information that uh, from, okay, let's see, from Bangalore, and to it will be, let's see, New Delhi, and let's see, I'm putting some from date. Okay, let's see, 31st December 2017, and return date I'm putting over here, something like that. Let's see, 1st January 2018. Okay, and passengers, number of passengers, simple number of passengers, let's see, 01, something like this I'm putting over here. Okay, so I'm filling this particular information on this particular UI, right? We will fill all these information on the UI. What exactly makemytrip.com, they will convert this information into JSON. So this is a JSON format, guys. Okay, they will convert this information into JSON. Okay, and this JSON is called request payload. Okay, so they will convert this request payload JSON in this particular format, because user is not aware about what is you. Let's say my dad is booking the flight, he's not aware about what is JSON or what is XML, right? So they have to provide some UI, some portal, so that I can fill some user friendly portal, so that I can fill all these information over there. Okay, now what is, okay, so what I'll do, that I'll pass this information to makemytrip.com, and then makemytrip.com will convert this information into JSON file or maybe in XML file, and they will send this particular information to these guys. Okay, to Indigo, to spicejet.com, to AirAsia, to Emirates, and to this guy, and to, let's see, Etihad.com. Okay, so they will call their systems, individual system, that Indigo, SpiceJet, AirAsia, and because they have the system, Indigo is having different system. They're having their own technology, own database, and everything. They don't want that, okay, makemytrip.com can access their system, right? They don't want that, okay, spicejet.com, they can access directly their database system or directly access their code or something. No, it should not be allowed. It's just some very private information or confidential information, that what will be the price, okay, on this particular date, and the fluctuation of the prices and everything. All these, the business logic, they have written inside the indigo.com, right? So they don't want to expose that business logic to the entire world, okay, to these vendors. So what exactly the Indigo says, that, okay, boss, we have created some APIs for you guys. So this is the API I have created. You just need to call our APIs, which are available over here, okay, which are interacting with our business logic, right? So these are the APIs are available. Okay, so what exactly makemytrip.com says, that, okay, fine, we will send this particular information, okay, to you guys. So this information will be sent to these guys, and Indigo will return one more JSON file. Okay, Indigo will return one JSON file to makemytrip.com, and this is called response. What kind of response we are getting? Let's see, we are getting again one JSON response, and this is a JSON response that some information that, let's see, price is around 5,000 INR. Okay, and let's see, the time is, let's see, morning 6 o'clock. Okay, morning 6 o'clock AM, or what else we can send? Let's see, some other information. Okay, let's see, next day price. Sometimes we get next day price and previous day price also. Next day price is around 5,500, and similarly they will send the previous date price also, like that. So some information, this information is called what? This is your response JSON. Okay, this is what I'm getting from Indigo. because obviously makemytrip.com will not allow Indigo also to access their system. So the communication is happening between these two systems by using JSON files. I'll send the request in the form of JSON. I'll get the response in the form of JSON. Similarly, some system is Spice that says that okay, no, we don't accept JSON, we accept XML. Fine, boss, we will send you the XML file. So we will send one request XML with the same information. We will send this request XML to spice.com, and spice.com will send one information to makemytrip.com. Okay, so that will be again your response XML. Okay, this will be your response XML like this, right? Similarly, AirAsia, Emirates. So all these information will be collected by makemytrip.com from the different flight companies are available in the market, and then they will display the data. The UI developer will display the data which will collect the information. Okay, after calling the APIs, they will collect the information from the different resources, and then they will display the data to this particular guy. Okay, to the customer, right? To the customer, so that customer can see. Okay, the search result customer can see over there, right, guys? So this type of communication is happening through again APIs, but these type of APIs are called web services. Okay, what we call web services. Okay, so here they are not providing any jar file or something. So jar file is not available locally, okay, at my location, that in my company or my laptop. That Selenium jar file I have downloaded, and they are sending the information in the form of APIs. No, here we are communicating over the network, over the HTTP call. Okay, we are calling HTTP. Okay, through HTTP protocol we are calling these APIs. Okay, through HTTP and over the network, right? So these type of web services are called, okay, these type of APIs are called web services. Although these are APIs only, we are calling, ultimately we are calling some booking method over here. Let's say in Indigo they have written some Java class, they have written one let's say get flight info method they have written. So we are calling that get flight info method or some method or division method over here, but we are sending this information, the request payload, and we are getting one response payload from there like this. But over the network it is happening. Okay, in between network is there, right? In between network is there. So these type of APIs are called, guys, web services. Okay, through HTTP protocol we are sending the request and we are getting the response, right? Like that. Now couple of important factors are available here. First important factor, as I told you, that most important thing is authentication. Okay, guys, that authentication in the form of maybe session or maybe token. The token ID or authentication ID should be there. Otherwise, see, there is a deal between makemytrip.com and Indigo. Okay, they are making some deal, some business deal between these two guys. So Indigo says that okay, if you want to fetch any information from us, let's say tomorrow I'll open my own portal. Okay, naveenbooking.com. So my business team, my sales team will interact with these guys, and then we will say that okay, fine. In my company, Java developers or .NET developers, they will create the code like that so that we can call your APIs. But Indigo says that okay, if you want to call our API, you need to provide one authentication key. Otherwise, anyone can access that, right? Otherwise, anyone can access these APIs and anyone can fetch all these information from me, right? So that's why authentication is very much required. That authentication is required, that we will pass some authentication key or token key. Okay, sometime we will pass username or password also. That okay, that let's say they have created Indigo, they say that okay, you need to pass your username and password that we have created for you guys. Okay, because for makemytrip.com username password will be different, for GoIBO username password will be different. Okay, so for all the vendors they have created, let's say, some username password, so you have to pass username password also. Okay, sometimes. Okay, another thing is that what kind of request it is, what kind of request you want to fetch. Okay, so send me the request. So this is the request, and it may be available in the form of JSON or it may be available in the form of XML also. So send me the request and I'll give you the response. Okay, and what kind of method, which type of method type? Okay, I would say HTTP method. Okay guys, what type of HTTP method? It may be any operation. It may be see, these are called CRUD operation. We will discuss about it. What is CRUD? C means create, retrieve, update and delete. So obviously in that case I cannot create anything over here in Indigo. It is not allowed. I can only and only do retrieval means get call, get API calls. Okay, I'll do only get calls. I cannot delete any information or I cannot update any information over here. Okay, so these are the important factors are available. Okay, so always remember these are the important things that we have to use. Okay guys, while calling any API. Now one important factor is this, that the security. Let's see, one guy is over here. He is having some bad intention. He says that okay boss, he is a hacker. Let's see, this guy is a hacker. Okay, this guy is a hacker. He is having some bad intention. So whatever the request you are sending and the response you are getting, he will attack in between. Okay, he might attack directly makemytrip.com. So that is a problem with makemytrip.com. Indigo doesn't bother about it because boss, it's your system. This guy can attack okay makemytrip.com. That is makemytrip.com problem. So that is security concern at the makemytrip.com. Okay, how exactly you are passing all your credit card details and everything. This guy might attack at the network layer also, at that layer and at this particular layer also, while sending a request and guide while getting a response. And this guy might attack Indigo also. So this Indigo and makemytrip.com, hacking, they have to prevent by, which is done by makemytrip.com and Indigo separately. Okay, which is not part of the web service security because it's a system security. That system is secured or not. But this over the network, this particular thing, we are sending the request and getting the response over the network. We are passing some information. Let's see, we are interacting while payment. There is one bank is there, ICICI Bank is there. Okay, now see guys, it's very very important for web services point of view for security concept. ICICI Bank is there. You really need to understand okay these concepts. ICICI Bank is there. Now the Indigo says fine, that okay this is the information. Now customer says that okay fine, I'm quite okay with this option. Now let's do the payment. Makemytrip.com will redirect you to the icicibank.com. Remember, we always does this thing. We will redirect to icicibank.com or maybe SGFC or whatever the bank. Okay, either credit card or Paytm or whatever. So let's see, Paytm is also another these option these days. Wallets are available. Paytm is there, MobiKwik is there, PayU option is there. Okay, so these are the wallets and these are the banks are available in the market. So makemytrip.com, they have to interact with these wallets and banks. Okay, so that we can make the payment. Now they will call payment web services. Payment APIs will be called. So again, we will send one request to the ICICI Bank and ICICI Bank will send one response to the makemytrip.com that transaction is done successfully or not. Or sometimes we get that okay timeout exception or account details are, if you are passing wrong details, ICICI Bank immediately will decline the transaction. Everything is happening through web services guys. ICICI Bank is totally different system and makemytrip.com is totally different system altogether. So everything is happening, the communication is happening between these two systems, okay, through web services, right guys? So makemytrip.com will send one JSON file to ICC that okay account holder is Naveen and this is the account details number and this is the CVV number and this is the password. Please deduct 5,000 rupees. So once the amount is deducted, then they will send the invoice to the customer that okay your booking has been confirmed, your ticket has been booked, right? So that's why everything is happening these two Paytm and through MobiKwik or ICC Bank or SDFC, everything is happening guys through web services, through API web services over the network. So the security is the most important thing over here. Okay, so at the ICC Bank they are having their own security which we are not bothered about it. ICC testing team will be bothered about it. In makemytrip.com we are not bothered about it because makemytrip.com, they have their own security concerns and security team over there. But if I'm the part of the makemytrip.com testing team, now it's my responsibility that whatever the information we are passing, okay, it is secured enough or not. So that is part of your security testing. Okay, although we will not cover security testing over here, that's a totally different area. But REST APIs provide some security also over the network also. Okay, like that. So these calls are happening in the form of, if you are passing XML file or JSON file, okay, different types of format you are passing, that is called your REST API call. And sometimes we call SOAP API. SOAP is again the different concept. I'm not going to cover SOAP based API because it's totally gone from the market. 99% of the companies these days in the market, they are working upon REST. Why? Because REST is very lightweight. Okay, guys, but this is the basic fundamental architecture you have to understand. Okay, how exactly two different systems are working. What do you mean by API? So always remember, if we are talking about API at this level, that which is available in the jar file and which is locally available in your system, like Selenium jar file or Apache POI API, okay, or testng.jar file, we are calling testng methods. We are calling Apache POI API methods internally, okay, through API only, not over the network, through API from my machine. JVM is calling, okay, my Java code is calling those APIs, my Eclipse is calling. So that is again API. But the same thing is happening over the network. But if the same thing is happening, guys, over the network in the form of HTTP protocol, then that becomes web services. Okay, then that is happening through web services, like that, right? So this is example like makemytrip.com, go IBBO. So let's see if I open, see if I open makemytrip.com. Fine, I'm the customer. I'll enter this information that Bangalore to Delhi, and let's see on 15th of October. Okay, and one passenger, and these 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and let's see 4, 5, and 6 information I'm passing. Return date is, let's see, my return date is 22nd. Okay, and I click on search. The moment I click on search, guys, it will try to interact. All the vendors are available, all the options are available. Not vendors, all the companies, like airline companies, okay, Indigo, AirAsia, blah blah blah. The moment I click on search, the web service will be called automatically. Okay, and see, all the web services are getting called, and it's so fast that we are getting the results from AirAsia, from Indigo, from Go Air, from SpiceJet, right, from Vistara. Okay, different airline companies are available, okay, in this particular date. So they are calling all these information from the different resources so that customer can see that, right? So that customer can see these things. Now let's say I book this particular thing and I select these two options, okay, and then I click on book, right? And then I'll fill all the information. So this is the internal information we are passing on the makemytrip.com. But at the payment side, option will be like we are calling, okay, payment buttons, payment things, right, guys? So this is, all these things are happening through web services, guys. Okay, same thing. Let's see, policybazar.com or bankbazaar.com, policybazar.com. So policybazar.com or some insurance company is there. Let's see, ICICI Lombard is there. So the moment I click on, I enter my fields over there. Okay, let's see, for my car insurance. So I'll pass out, okay, what is the vehicle type? Okay, what is the year? Okay, what is the policy you want to take for car insurance? So I'll call the car, bankbazaar.com or maybe policybazar.com will interact with these vendors like Bajaj Alliance, ICICI Lombard, okay, and some other L&T insurance. So they will call these companies in the market and fetch the information, okay, from these systems, and then they will give it to you. So everything is happening through web services over the network, guys, over the HTTP call. Okay, guys, so always remember this thing. It's very, very important to understand the basic difference between API. API means pure methods which are available in some system and they have given to us. Okay, they have given to jar file, but we don't have access on their code base. We don't have access at what exactly the some method they have written, what is the business logic they have written. That's why they have given to jar files, to us the jar files, right? So now there are so many things, guys. I cannot tell you each and everything. Okay, but some jar files are there which are open source. So what do you mean by open source? Mean there is no license, there is no market license. So you can break the jar file and you can see what exactly the code they have written, and you can change that particular code, the business logic accordingly, and you can create your own version. Okay, quickly I'll take only 2 minutes. It's already a very lengthy topic I have already covered. Because so guys, so there's so many things I wanted to tell you, but yeah, I'll quickly tell you. Let's see, this is Selenium jar file. You have downloaded Selenium jar file. Let's see 3.6.0. Okay, guys, 3.6.0 Selenium jar file you have downloaded. Now I don't like their code, or somewhere I want to change. I want to customize Selenium code. Okay, according to my requirement, I want to add some other methods also. Some companies they do that. I have seen some companies they do that, such kind of stuff. Okay, they change Selenium code itself in their library directly. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create my own. Let's see, I'm working with my company name is Naveen, and I'll create my own Naveen Selenium 3.6.0 like this. Okay, which is exactly like this, but the version I have changed some other things. So now the new thing will be like this. I have added a couple of things over here. Now the new things will be like this. Okay, so it has these methods plus extra methods, or maybe I have customized their own methods also. Because I'm able to do that. Why? Because I'm having the access on their source code. Because this is open source, there is no licensing, there is no licenses available. So Selenium says, okay, fine, you can do it whatever you want. Same thing with Linux. Linux is open source, so you can create your own Linux also, right? You can create your own operating system. But same thing, if it is Microsoft, you cannot do that because you don't have any access on Microsoft operating system, the code base. Like same thing with QTP, you cannot customize it because QTP is provided by HP. So you cannot customize QTP according to your requirement. You are restricted. Okay. So let's say ABC company calculator.jar file. They say that okay, no, we won't share our source code with you guys. We will just give you one jar file, import this particular jar file in your project in Eclipse, and use our methods. That's it. Let's see Apache POI API like that. Just use Apache POI API, your Log4j API, your TestNG jar files, or JUnit jar files and all. Right? So guys, this is the concept of API. Everything is available in the form of APIs. Second thing, if API we are getting API is getting called over the web, over the HTTP protocol, over the network, then it becomes we call web services. Ultimately, these are APIs only. Okay, these are called web services. Okay. Now there are two types of web services. The first type is SOAP based and REST based. So we will cover only REST APIs. SOAP means Simple Object Access Protocol. Okay. So I'll tell you what are the difference between SOAP and I have written one document for you guys. Very basic difference. It's a very famous interview question. They might ask you that tell me what is the difference between SOAP and REST. 99% of the company they are working upon REST only. So SOAP is a protocol. SOAP, full form of SOAP is Simple Object Access Protocol. REST, full form of REST, Representational Stateful APIs. Okay, REST is not a protocol. REST is a pattern. Is a kind of architectural type. Okay, guys. SOAP, as I told you, Simple Object Access Protocol. REST means Representational State Transfer. Okay. SOAP can't use REST because it's a protocol, right? Obviously, and this REST can use SOAP web services also. Let's see some old system they are built upon SOAP. So on top of that, they can call REST so that they can call REST. They can call SOAP APIs also. Some systems, some old legacy system, they are doing like that. Okay. So SOAP uses service interface to expose the business logic. REST uses URI. Okay, guys. So now one thing is that what do you mean by URI? URI means a kind of URL. Okay, that Indigo will say that okay, if you want to access my system, okay, if you want to access my feature, they will give you one URL. I'll tell you in the next session what is URI and URL. You call this particular URL and we will send the information. You call the URL with this request payload and we will send you the information. But in SOAP, it doesn't happen like that. Okay, and they are having their own security system, just like this guy. This bad intention guy can hack. So SOAP is having this particular. They might ask you in SOAP which web service security system is there. So you have to tell JAX WS. It's a Java API for SOAP web services, and JAX RS is the Java API for RESTful web services. It's an interview question, guys. They won't ask you what is internal architecture of JAX or RS and WS, but you should know JAX WS is the security system provided by SOAP based services, and JAX RS is provided for RESTful web services. Okay. Apart from that, it's very lightweight. First of all, REST is very lightweight. It's very less bandwidth and very less resources it uses as compared to SOAP. So it's very powerful. REST is very fast and lightweight. Okay, and it requires more bandwidth. More bandwidth means more internet or network bandwidth it requires. Okay, and SOAP defines its own security. See, SOAP defines its own security. REST web services inherit security measures from underlying transport, like whatever the underlying transport, either it is network layer or internet layer. Okay, so network layer security will be given to REST APIs. Okay, and one thing, the biggest problem with SOAP is it permits only XML data format. Okay, it permits only XML data format, but in REST you can communicate between two systems with the help of HTML in the form of XML, in the form of JSON also, or simple plain text also you can pass. That is the biggest advantage with REST API, that two systems are there, right? We discussed these two systems, Indigo and Make My Trip. It's up to you. You can send the request in the form of JSON, in the form of XML, or simple text also you can pass, comma separated text also you can pass. Okay, or some HTML text also you can pass, like that. Okay, but if you are communicating between SOAP, then it's compulsory that every time you have to pass the XML only. No other options are available in SOAP. Okay, so that's why SOAP is less preferred than REST, and REST is more preferred than SOAP. Why? Because it's very lightweight. It supports multiple data types, multiple data formats like plain text, HTML, XML, and JSON. It's very lightweight, right? And over the HTTP call, we can call, so that we can call internal SOAP APIs also by using REST. But in that option is not available. So, and SOAP is very heavyweight. Why? Because it requires a lot of resources and a lot of bandwidth. Okay, and it's a very old technology now. 7 8 years back, most of the people they are using it. Before SOAP, we were having Cobra systems and all those stuff. Now SOAP came into the picture. Now REST APIs are there. Now new concept is there in the market, that is RPA or microservices. Okay, so these things are available in the form of REST APIs. So it's a very famous integration. You can take the screenshot. I'll share the document also with you guys. Okay, so this is what, and these two please diagram always remember. Okay, now in the next session what will we do, that we will we will take some system, we will send the request, get the response in the form of Java code, like how can we do with the help of HTTP client and okay, Postman and all those stuff. We will do that, right? Simple. So that's all for this particular session, guys. In the first session, I always as I always do, I never write the code. First understand the concept. Okay, and then now you understood properly that okay, what is, how exactly communication is happening, what is request, what is payload, what is JSON. Okay, now we will discuss about what kind of response we are getting, what is the status code in the next session with the practical examples. Okay, so that's all for this session, and in the next session we will do some coding. Okay guys, thank you so much, and I'll upload this entire thing over here, this particular video on my channel. So please share it with others, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, and press the bell icon, so that a lot of REST API videos I'll be uploading, so that you will be notified accordingly. Okay, and I'll create a separate playlist also guys for this particular thing, so that all the videos will be in a sequencing manner, so you can directly access the playlist, okay, from my channel. That's all guys, thank you so much.